Good,
Yeah,
good,
I'm a
good evening, everybody. This is Commissioner Rhino, and to my right is Abjude. Thank you, and welcome to Friday Night DFS.
yes,
Hope
sir.
everybody's doing good. Looking forward. What do you think of the slates this weekend?
The slates this weekend look very good. There's some really high-powered matchups, some really good offenses, some not so
Yeah,
good defenses, and it should be a very juicy Sunday and
yeah,
Monday too. Monday's pretty good.
yeah. There's two games Monday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, two games Monday night.
Well, nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to it, right?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Mel? What's up, Alex? Thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any of the shows. We'll be back Saturday too, starting to sit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is we'll be doing Fanduel, Titans, and Bills.
All right. Well, this game is one of the very interesting ones. I think it's
It
definitely
is.
primed to be a blowout.
It is.
Hmm.
And I think the only relevant player on the Titans be Pollard,
Yeah, definitely just Pollard. Yeah, different.
Especially with Tajay Spears hurt, so he's going to be
Hmm.
getting 85-90% of the touches.
Right. Yeah, he's gonna own that backfield by himself. On the Bills side, I know Josh Allen is probably like QB like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Right. Would um would Amari Cooper be a sneaky play or not? Would you just wait
The-
1 week?
well, I always like to wait 1 week. Like the day that they show up, or the week that they show up to a team, is probably too early because you don't know how they'll be deployed. You don't know what their like target share is going to be like. You don't know when, if they're going to be played situationally or not, especially for the first game. So I like to stay away. One thing that this does though, it might drive down the price of Khalil Shakir a little bit. So if you can
Oh,
get him out of value, he'd be a
okay.
sneaky flex play or a
Let's see
sneaky
what
wide
his
receiver play.
you want to see what his numbers are.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think now? Do you think with Cooper being there, do you think that's going to open it up for Kincaid now?
Oh, I mean, it should open it up for everyone. I think now this offense is at a position where you can't really double anyone. So like the people who you would shade, coverage over to, like you can't do that anymore. So I think it should give people opportunities. But the only thing is, it's like now that there's such a run heavy team, it's kind of difficult for you to pick out who's gonna go off on any given day outside of James Cook, who's the only person with guaranteed touches.
Yeah, and actually, Ray Davis came up on the injury report with a calf injury too.
Yeah.
So that's
Hmm.
that's kind of something to look at if you're setting lineups. If you're thinking,
Hmm.
oh well, maybe he's a sneaky play. If
Right.
he has a calf injury, I'm not going to play anybody with any kind of injury designation
At all.
at
Hmm.
all because you're just flirting with the disaster
Hmm.
and probably crying at the end because that one person could ruin your whole lineup.
Exactly.
So what's the course?
Khalil Shakir, where is he at? Yeah, he's got to be low. Oh my God. Whoo, 6,200.
What do you think?
I say we take him.
You take him?
Yeah,
All right, let's do it.
because that's a great value play. He could have a sneaky like 8 for 62 and possibly a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And no, I'm not touching any running backs. The only one I would touch out of this game would be maybe Pollard, just because is the
Right.
their volume. You know,
Yeah. The
a
other
lot
running
a
backs are
lot of
probably
times
too
a lot of
expensive.
times volume is money.
Right.
So, but he's probably up there in price too. But I would
Hmm.
wait to see what other running backs could be there and just go back and see about Pollard. Maybe just keep that in the back of our heads.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for now, Shakir is the only person we're taking from this matchup. Everybody else is probably too expensive.
Yeah, I probably next week start looking maybe at Cooper because I know they did a crash course
Right.
on the playbook and sick. Oof.
Hmm.
Texans and Packers. This is a
Texans. Oh
sneaky good
yeah.
game, man. In
Hmm.
Green Bay, and as our Shepard
Hmm.
has said, Stroud does not play good and
in
outside
outdoor games. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
listen, don't I, brother? I'm
That's
a
why I really
listener.
like the Packers in this game.
Yeah.
And
Would
but
you play?
because of that, I think that the Houston might be in a little bit of a like playing catch up this
Yeah.
game. So I think that the Houston pass catchers probably Tank Dell is probably the better value out of the two, but I think that the Houston pass catchers are a really great play here.
What about Joe Mixon at running back?
Joe Mixon at running back is a decent play too, but depending on how much he actually costs, that's the problem.
Yeah. So you'd play what receiver, or you said Tank Dell, right?
Yeah,
You in?
I'd play Tank Dell. I would also play Christian Watson, depending on his price, because
Yeah.
he's good for a deep bomber too. And I know that Houston's pass defense is not really all that good. So
Do you
he'd be
prefer him over Dobbs?
yes,
Yeah.
because Watson doesn't need as many touches to produce.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And he gets the ball to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they give him at least a couple shots a game. I wish the Colts would use Alec Pierce like that, where he's getting a couple of shots a game, a couple of shots a half, but they wait until the fourth quarter to even look his way. It's so frustrating.
Maybe they'll change with the AR plan this week.
Yeah, right? Yeah, possibly. Because I know AR is going to chuck it deep.
All right. What was Tank Dell's value?
Yeah, Siege, can you check for Tank Dell and Christian Watson?
And would you look to see what the value is for Jordan Love?
I think he would be very expensive. So Tank Dell is at 7,000.
Yeah.
And scroll down. Keep going.
Dobbs at 6,000.
Keep going. Yeah, I figured. Yep. He's at 5,900. I figured he'd be very cheap.
Do you like that play better than Tank Dell just because of the volume and the knowing that he'll get a touchdown, or you like the Tank Dell one?
The Tank Dell one was what, 7,000?
Yeah.
No need to look at Jordan Love's value. Yeah, because Jordan Love is a top 3 quarterback. He's playing like one.
He's
he's going to be expensive.
Before the season started, I called him as my dark horse to win MVP.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. He could put up enough numbers to get there.
Yeah.
This week I wouldn't pay $7 for Tank Dell. Why not? Tank Dell is the clear wide receiver too. He's going to get all the volume.
That's why.
Yeah, Tank Dell is 7,000. Yeah, I would take Christian Watson for the upside.
We could do Watson, and then if we see something better, go back and exchange it probably.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. So let's do Watson.
It's at 59. Yeah.
And with the values that we got with these, we could probably go higher for one of the premier running backs too this week, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
All right.
We could go to the next game.
It's good. What do you think about Josh Jacobs? I mean, we said Joe Mixon, but what do you think Josh Jacobs in this game?
I like Josh Jacobs in this game, but I don't really like him in DFS because Houston has a very good run defense.
Okay.
So I think they'll probably be able to, I don't want to say bottle him up, but I think they'll slow him down enough. And I think because their weakness is the pass defense, that LaFleur is going to attack them through the air.
Yeah. All right. Dolphins, Colts.
Let's go.
Now, I know you. What about Devon A-Chain in this game? What do you think of that?
Devon A-Chain is probably the only solid play in this game, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably the only one.
What about Tyreek Hill?
No, I don't trust Tyreek Hill without Tua.
Even with them coming off a bye week?
Yeah, it's too boom or bust. I think they'll try to get him involved. I think they'll try and get him touches, but I think that when you play this team, you only have to focus on 2 players. It's gonna be A-Chain and Tyreek. And that's assuming that Snoop is gonna have enough time to even get them the ball.
Right. Yeah, because you guys got DeForest Buckner back, right?
No, he's not back this week.
Not
I
this
think they
week?
opened up his practice window, so I think he might be back next game. So for this game, he's not back yet.
Is Latua going to get fed this week?
Who?
Your boy, Latua? Latua, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's been getting pressures. He just hasn't gotten the sacks. So I do think, yeah, he's performing like a top 15, top 20 pass rusher as far as pressure rate. So like he's doing the job, like he's beating his assignments. He's getting close to making plays, but he's just having a hard time like actually finishing in the backfield. So I don't know when he'll turn it on, but hopefully, like, hopefully the numbers like start evening out and he starts getting a couple more sacks. But I wouldn't risk it though, because I don't know. I don't know when.
Any Dolphins? I mean, any Colts players you would want to play?
Not in DFS. I don't trust any Colts players right now. No. I would say that Alec Pierce is definitely worth like a dart throw because AR is coming back, so he's more likely to explode. But I don't know that I would have him as, like one of the plays unless we swap him for one of the guys that we already have.
Right.
But aside from that, he's a dart throw. He's 50-50.
Okay. All right.
The Colts defense, I think, is a good play in this game.
Let's hold. I got a sneaky play for defense.
Okay, gotcha.
We'll keep Colts in mind, but you'll hear me
really
out.
Good at picking the defense.
When we get to that one, I'll say.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, I'll leave the defense to you. The defense is your wheelhouse. You're really good at that.
Well, thank you. I wish you could play Denver. Denver's defense freaking just went off last time.
Oh my God.
We knew that was going to happen. Was going to happen. All right.
One of my friends started them and got 22 points from that defense.
Bengals and Browns.
This one should be a good game too.
Jamar Chase.
Absolutely.
Let's see if the value is, he's going to be probably up there, probably about 9,000 or around 8,200.
Yep. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2.
Going against the Browns defense.
Right.
Would you stack a Chase and a Burrow?
I mean,
or maybe stack Higgins and Burrow?
We could, but I think Burrow is another one too that's going to be too expensive. That's going to leave the rest of our roster pretty thin. And that's why we don't typically go for like the top 5-ish quarterbacks, because if you spend that much money, then you don't have much to allocate anywhere else. And the best way to find value in the quarterback position is to draft like a mid-tier quarterback that's going to give you, similar production. Maybe not the same production, of course, but something similar, something a little bit close.
All right. I do like Jamar Chase in this game.
Yeah. I think he's gonna have a good one.
I say let's do Jamar Chase and then work backwards and see.
Okay.
Do that?
Yeah.
All right. We got a couple questions up here. Mason or A-Chain? I'm saying A-Chain.
Yeah, I'm saying A-Chain too. He has the better matchup.
Just the pure fact that A-Chain's more healthier than Mason. And I think Garondo's going to be getting a lot more carries this week with Mason being hurt. Because if you think about with the shoulder injury, the way he runs hard and runs into people. He could injure his shoulder more. So I go A-Chain too.
Yeah, and his running style is how he got the injury in the first place. So we definitely don't want him to hurt it further.
Yep, and thank you, Business Circuit. This is a couple of times we've seen you on the show. Appreciate you coming. So I traded Henry for Cup, CD, and Love. Holy crap.
Henry for Cup, CD. Jesus Christ.
What?
Somebody gave you all of that for Derrick Henry? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was a good move. That
absolutely was a good move
right there.
Yeah. You just got a wide receiver 1, a wide receiver 2, and a QB1 for Derrick Henry. I'm making that trade 9 times out of 10.
100%. Man, if that was in a league that vetoed, that might gotten vetoed because holy crap. That trade.
That sounds insane.
Yeah. Not via trade. Nice trade. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Dolphins coach. So there'll be.
What game is
And
next?
we went through these ones. What's the next game?
Yeah. Nick Chubb is coming back, but I definitely would not play him. But it's worth monitoring, though.
Yeah, that's to me. I wouldn't play anybody who's coming off like a major injury like him.
Yeah, no,
because he'll be on a pitch count.
Mm-hmm.
Lions and Vikings. Oof.
That's gonna be another good one.
All right, should I trade Ayuk for Waddle, JSN or Mooney?
I mean, 1-for-1, I wouldn't trade Ayuk for any of those three.
No, I wouldn't either. And if I did, it'd probably be for JSN.
And even then, JSN is in a crowded room, so like that makes it a little bit more difficult. Whereas Ayuk, even last week, Ayuk got the targets. The problem was that there were a couple penalties that took away some big plays, so he wasn't able to have a much bigger day. Yeah. But Ayuk is still entrenched as the wide receiver 2 at worst in that offense.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking with Ayuk too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Would not make that trade. Well, I mean, that's to be expected though. He didn't have an off season. So you have to treat the first couple of weeks of the year as like his preseason.
He came on a little bit more last game too.
Mm-hmm. And the game before that, he had like 140 receiving yards.
Yeah.
So he's getting back to it.
See, my team now is Love or Kyler, Connor, A-Chain, Cup, CD, McBride. Good Lord, Debo, JMO.
Oh my God.
Good. Are you undefeated?
Your problem is gonna be picking who to bench. That's gonna be your problem.
God, that's a stacked ass team.
Yeah, that is a stacked team.
That'd be a good DFS team. It's expensive, but
expensive as hell. Yeah. If I was you, I would try and trade one of your wide receivers, or maybe package 2 of them for RB1.
Also have Marv, Mason, and Pop. Good God.
Wow. How many people are in your league?
Yeah. No. Is this a 10-person league? Damn. He said he's 3-3 too.
That's why you gotta love fantasy, right? On paper, it looks good, and you're like, oh, this team is crazy. And then you go look at the rankings, and it's like they're like second in points scored against, or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Lions and Vikings. Okay. Yep. Who do you like in this one? Would you play any of the Lions running backs against the Vikings run defense?
I mean, assuming that this is gonna be like a slugfest, which I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I would definitely play David Montgomery. He's probably the best play.
You want to see what his price is?
Mm-hmm.
We should have done that last week. We would have done better last week if we went him instead of Gibbs.
I told you.
I know. Well, we both thought they're going to get fed, but
that's true. We thought both of them would.
Montgomery got fed a little bit more at the goal line. All right.
Yeah, too expensive.
Montgomery is 8,000.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
All right. Any of the receivers for Denver or Detroit?
For Detroit, J-Mo's a good dart throw.
Yeah, because Jahmyr Gibbs is 7,800.
Yeah, Gibbs is a little bit cheaper, but I don't know. Like I think Brian Flores is gonna come to play against the Lions this week. Like I think this game has a chance to be one of those like 24-23 games, or like 20-23-20. Like I think it could be like, pretty low scoring compared to what these two teams have been doing so far.
Yeah, I agree. I like J-Mo. If he is, I think he was a pretty good price too. Because he's getting his,
right.
And at any time with him, he can break one off.
He's their big play guy.
What about Vikings? Is he sleepy plays in the Vikings?
I mean, not sneaky. No, the only really solid play is Justin Jefferson, but Justin Jefferson is wide receiver 1 this week. So
yeah. With good cause.
He's got a really great matchup. So I think we could move on to the next game.
Yeah. Eagles and Giants.
This one, if I'm going to put all chips in on one player this week, like I did with Derrick Henry last week, it's going to be Saquon Barkley with the revenge game.
Oh, Barkley's what? 9?
He's 9,000. He's RB1 this week, and for good reason, because I think that Philly is going to force feed him the ball to try and make a point.
What are the receivers? Would you play Devontae Smith over AJ Brown if he had a good value?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think either of them will have a good value. I think they'll both be expensive.
Yeah.
In another thing, I do think that the Giants corners are actually a little bit better than people think.
Yeah.
And I think that the defense will be able to put, a little bit of pressure on Jalen Hurts, especially because Jordan Mailata will be out. So I think that Saquon will get a lot of like screens, dump offs, like matchups against linebackers and stuff like that. But I do think that the Giants corners are better than people are giving them credit for.
All right, so we got 29,600 left. We still have running back, quarterback, tight end.
Flexing
Goddard back this game? I don't think. No, actually, I wouldn't play Goddard.
Yeah, no, Goddard's out.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be Grant Calcaterra.
Yeah. What about our boy Tyrone Tracy?
Tyrone Tracy is a solid play as well. I like the way he runs. I like his skill set.
And we should be able to get him at good value too.
I think so. Yeah. I think his value decreased a little because Devin Singletary is supposed to be back this week.
So what we call Tyrone? Is that how it goes?
Call on Tyrone.
Call on Tyrone. What happened? We lost it.
What the?
We're still rookies here. All right. So what's Tracy's value at? I think Barkley's going to smash.
I think so too. Yeah. I think he's going to have a really good day. He's going to be running angry.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to him too. If they're going to boo him or if they're going to, applaud him.
Honestly, it would be a shame if they booed him. Like, it would really be a shame because this man put his body on the line every single week. He played for a team that had no O-line for pretty much his entire career, and he was the only solid player in your franchise, and your GM tried to lowball him. And it wasn't even by much either. It was like $2 million. Like, it was so insane.
I bought Tyrone's phone call. All right. So do y'all think Kupp will be good or the injury going to hinder him? I think if the Rams are smart playing the Raiders this week, that they'll sit him and have him well rested for the Vikings. I think he'll be good. He's going to get his.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He didn't have to have tightrope surgery, so that's a plus. I wouldn't play him this week. I would play him next week against the Vikings.
Yeah,
Perfect.
fair enough.
I'm a diehard Rams fan, so.
Are they planning on holding him out though, or are they planning on playing him?
They're not saying. They're saying he's questionable game time. If they're smart, in my opinion, then they'd hold him out. So. Still trying to find Tyrone. Tyrone can't be found. He's out with Mrs. Robinson right now.
Philly, New York Giants is the fourth game.
$6,200.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Let's do Tyrone.
Tyrone Tracy, yeah.
I love the fact that I read that he's proven himself enough where he's going to get a lot more usage. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely. And he should.
I think pretty quickly he's going to be RB1.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Singletary is going to come in relief duty, but Tyrone Tracy has definitely more juice, and it's very obvious too. You can see it. He pops on tape.
Right on. All right, what do we got? So we need we got left quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, and defense, right?
Yes.
And we have how much we got left?
We should have 23. Yeah, not bad.
We're in pretty good shape here.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
Seahawks, Falcons.
Seahawks, Falcons.
Would you go Kirko?
I like Kirko. Kirko is a good option, but Kirko's probably expensive right now too.
Yeah.
Because Kirko is putting up numbers, and you know how they do.
Yeah.
They drive up the prices whenever they start playing good.
I think with this game, if the Falcons get ahead enough, Geno Smith's going to struggle like he does. Geno Smith struggles when he's behind.
Yeah, I could see him struggling for sure.
Now, what about Kyle Pitts as a tight end in this game?
The Seahawks. I mean, I like Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is good for like 140+ yard pass every game, and then that's about it. He might get you.
He's been getting a lot more targets lately.
He has, yeah.
They're getting a little more comfortable with stuff between each other.
Yeah,
there's any Seahawks I would play, other than maybe Walker, maybe for Seahawks.
For what? For tight ends?
For running back. Oh, we're good at running back anyway. So
yeah, we're good at running back. Yeah.
So tight end. See what Pitts is.
Kyle Pitts' numbers.
Go from there. Do you think these games can go over 50.5?
Which game? The Seahawks Falcons? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think these. Oh, I completely forgot. We just went through the Giants and Philly game, and we didn't select our quarterback. That's on the thumbnail. Danny Dimes.
Would you really play Danny Dimes?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he's playing from behind?
Well, that is a possibility, but the reason why I would play Danny Dimes above anything else is because Malik Neighbors is back. And Daniel Jones, when Malik Neighbors plays, he's a completely different quarterback because he force feeds Malik Neighbors targets.
Okay.
So because of that, he puts up some pretty good numbers.
7,000.
And he has a little bit of a rushing floor too.
Okay.
So Danny Dimes.
So we got tight end, flex, and the defense. Still. All right.
And I think we have like 17,000.
Let's go back. Let's go through the games, and maybe if we can get like a McBride at tight end towards the end,
right?
Something like that, or Evan Ingram,
right? Okay, yeah. Let's just go to the next game.
I got sneaky played. Well, we'll see what you think. Panthers and Commanders. This is going to be a possible blowout.
Yeah, yeah, it could definitely be a blowout.
If Deontay Johnson isn't playing,
yeah,
because he has I think a toe and ribs, and then he'd be the only person off the Panthers I would play.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens when Jonathan Brooks actually plays. If he's worth the hype that he's
right.
I mean, he was good in college. He was really good in college, but a lot of times that doesn't transfer over to NFL.
Exactly.
We've seen that before. What about McLaurin?
McLaurin's a good play. I like McLaurin. Panthers pass defense is not really all that good.
No. Too bad wasn't a super flex and played Jaden Daniels, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but Jaden Daniels is another one too. One of those really expensive guys because of how good he is.
All right, 7,200. Should we go Scary Terry?
Scary Terry, sure. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Take him at 72.
All right. 9,200.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. You want to know the sneaky play for defense? Go there first. And then tight end?
Have we talked about the game already? The game
Yeah.
that we talked about already?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
going to be a blowout. It's actually be also, too, if Brian Anderson or Brian Robinson, how much play he's going to get. He might get less because I don't think they want him to – they want to protect him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but he's guaranteed to at least get some goal line carries, though.
Yeah.
So would you rather play Brian Robinson as our flex instead of Terry, so that way we have a little bit more money to work elsewhere?
Yeah, because we know he's going to get goal line. He's going to get his, and he's healthy.
Right.
He's not coming in questionable. So yeah, I would probably do that.
And we just saw the Falcons' backs rush for like 220 yards against this Panthers defense.
Yeah. And Brian Robinson is a top 10 running back too. So
absolutely.
All right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Keep scrolling. I love that. That means he's cheap. Keep scrolling.
Did we go past him?
I don't think so.
How could he be? Oh, yeah, because he's.
Is that the bottom of the list? Oh, yeah. So yeah. Take off the. There you go. Oof, that's not cheap at all. That's even more expensive than Terry.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Let's stick to that. We'll stick to that for right now.
Yeah.
All
right, so we'll leave the lineup the way it is right now, and then we'll come back to the flex.
We'll leave and come back to it.
Yeah.
But I like the McLaurin.
Yeah, I like McLaurin too.
All right, what we got next here? So we got the tight end, flex, and defense.
And defense, yeah. So yeah, what defense did you say that you thought was a sneaky play?
The Rams.
Oh yeah.
The Rams, because just like your guy Lutua, how you say his last name?
Latu.
Yeah, okay, Lato, like lactose intolerance, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Jared Verse and Frisk are in the same category as them, where they had the pressures, but they're not tackling, they're not sacking them. But I think this is going to be their coming out game because one, Colton Miller is playing hurt. Dylan Forham is not playing. So the offensive line is coming in hurt. And Aiden O'Connell is a statue back there.
Yeah, he doesn't scramble.
No. And I think, and then also with the fact that they kept, they're keeping Witherspoon and Williams as the cornerbacks. They're a little bit more locked down than Trey White. So if they're going to be holding the wide receivers out and covering them better. So it's give more time for the defense to get theirs.
Right. Yeah.
Now, a sneaky play also out of this game would be Brock Bowers because the Rams cannot cover the middle of the field. True. And Bowers, with Jacoby Myers being out, they're going to Trey Tucker, DJ Turner, and Brock Bowers. Yeah, I would go. What was Rams? 4,000 for the Rams?
Yeah, 4,100. That's a great price for a defense.
Do you like that play?
Yeah, that's a great price.
All right, so let's do Rams.
Check on Bowers' price because I like that play too because I think that Bowers is going to get peppered with targets this game. And
even if they fix the problem with Reeder and Rosenblum playing in the middle, they'll be playing Hummel and Speaks, and Spikes is a UDFA, but he's a stud. He's a stud, but he still has trouble. 7,000 for Brock Bowers. And Brock Bowers, I think, God, the numbers that I saw today was like 101 catches, like 1,500 yards, just astronomical numbers for a tight end.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's getting peppered, like you say, he's getting peppered.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. Sorry if I missed it. What do you think the ownership will be on Amari Cooper this week? I don't know. It depends. It depends on
how he's utilized. We have no idea. Yeah.
And also what the other receivers are.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hurting, got a bunch of receivers on bye week or questionable,
Mm-hmm.
then I think Cooper's gonna be playing. But other than that, probably not, man.
Right.
I mean,
Okay,
he'll
so
be playing, but I wouldn't play him unless you're
right,
hurting.
right, exactly. Unless you don't have another choice. So, what do you think about removing Terry, adding Brock Bowers, and then using the remaining 5,300 to look for a good flex play?
Yeah, I like that.
Because then that way we get, absolute certainty at one position, and then we can take a dart throw as our flex play.
Yeah. All right, where are we at? Yeah, I think because you and me, I've been diehard Rams and Raiders fans for 50 plus years. I'm going back to Van Egan, Dave Casper, Otis days, Raiders. In fact, Cliff Branch for the Raiders and Harold Jackson's for the Rams back in the 70s are the ones that they're the ones that got me excited about football. I wanted to be my dream as a kid was to be a wide receiver like them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jonesy, his price is at 6,100, so that's a decent price for a wide receiver. But he's a huge risk because we have no idea how much he's going to play. We don't know how much of the playbook he knows. We don't know how he'll be deployed. We don't know. So it's like we don't want to take that much of a risk playing a guy who could end up giving you double zeros.
Yeah.
Because that's within the realm of possibilities.
He'll be in a handful of plays. He might be doing the Devontae Adams, just throwing his hand up.
Right.
And open. But it's not. Next week, we better play.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with them for a week. No, less than a week.
For a couple of days. Yeah, like 3 days.
He's a vet. I don't think take much to get him involved, kind of like Devontae. Yeah, but see, Devontae and Aaron Rodgers already have chemistry.
They already have rapport. Exactly. Yeah. It's not the same play.
They're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Devontae be a better play than Cooper.
Right.
Because they're still not. They don't have the chemistry yet.
Mm-hmm.
So and that still is going to take a week or two.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not going to take.
You have to play catch after practice.
Right. It's not going to take him like a month or two to get involved in the offense. Like maybe he'll get a couple of like deep shots this upcoming game. He might put up like a solid maybe like 4 for like maybe like 62 yards or like 72 yards, something like that off a couple deep shots. But I think next week or the following week, he'll be a much stronger play because then they'll have they'll have at least a game to try to build some type of chemistry.
Yeah. But he's 28 years old? 28, 29?
28, 29? I think he's 29, which is insane, by the way.
This is his 4th team.
Yeah.
He's getting up to be like Brandon Cooks. He's like the new Brandon Cooks, man. Brandon Cooks had been traded 6 times, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and neither of them have ever been a free agent.
Cooper's headed in that direction right now.
Yeah, right.
I think the over is going to get smashed in this game too.
Who?
I think the Rams. I think it's 43.5. I think it's going to smash. I think it'd be the 50s. Rams.
Yeah, it's possible.
Rams coming off a bye week, giving McVay that much time to get not only Kyron. I wonder what.
Yeah, but what if?
I wonder if Kyron Williams' numbers.
It's probably pretty high.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams has been scoring touchdowns for like 2 years straight now.
But this gave enough time for them to get plays in for Corum. Corum's gonna start getting some more plays in now.
Yeah.
Especially with them trusting the O line.
Yeah.
Especially in
8,600. So, Siege, remove Terry from the flex and add Brock Bowers to our tight end.
And then go from there. Yeah. So what game are you looking forward to most, other than the Colts game?
Lions, Vikings, Packers, Texans.
Yeah,
Those are going to be some good games.
I think so too.
So now we have 5,300 to try and look for a flex. Did we get to all the games?
No.
No.
Chiefs,
Okay.
Niners.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think we could possibly find a good flex play from Kansas City, maybe.
Juju?
Yeah, maybe Juju might be under the our budget.
I don't think Worthy would be. But I think Juju's
Possibly.
hurt. Do you think Worthy might be?
He could be. Yeah.
I think Clyde
Nope.
Edwards-Helaire is playing this week too.
7,300. Yeah, but I don't think they're giving anybody else in that backfield touches aside from
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah, I think Kareem Hunt is going to own that backfield. But yeah, this is another one of those games that is going to be very like run heavy.
Yeah, 6,100 for Juju.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a real good value play as our flex player, because we're strong in a couple of other positions. Like we're strong at running back, we're strong at wide receiver, and we're strong at tight end now. So we're gonna have to look for a bargain as our flex spot.
Would you maybe trade? Would you trade maybe? No, because Watson's a good value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Not want to take Jamar Chase because he's going to eat.
Right.
What about Pollard? Do you think that'd be a sneaky play at flex?
If he's at 5,300 or less, yeah.
So let's see what Pollard is. Yeah. No,
Nope.
$7,100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the best way to approach this would just be to click on the flex options for all the games and then look under the threshold to see if we see somebody who's of good value.
Okay.
Because he's the tight end. That's so weird that they set it up like that.
It's just not very. I mean, Zamir White, but
stay away.
Just because of the fact that their front line is hurt pretty bad. I mean, Johnson Powers is doing good, and Glaze are doing good on the offensive line, but that's about it. Just sad. I thought Pollard would be chalky.
I mean, wait, what do you mean by chalky? Like less expensive, or you mean like possibly like questionable for the game?
Because we're at 5,300, we might need to get a little bit more money. Would we switch out Chase for somebody? Maybe see what Higgins' price is?
Yeah. It's worth looking into to have a little bit more flexibility.
He needs popular. Thank you for joining the show, Glenn. Like and subscribe, hit the notifications. We do starting sits on Saturday night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and then we do reaction shows on Sundays and waivers on Tuesdays. So thank you, and hit the like button, notifications button, and thank you for joining us. So let's see what Higgins. Oh, Jordan Winnington.
Oh yeah, he did it by salary. I mean, we could put Jordan with
that's a sneaky
Withington.
Good
yeah, and he's exactly 5,300.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yeah, just because he's got so much trust with Stafford, and even now, even if Cup plays, you're going to see it like a switch off between him and Whittington.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, popular. I mean, yeah, he is popular, But the issue that he poses is that his price is very high. Like he's priced at $7,100. That's like borderline RB2. And because we invested in the RB1, supposed RB1 of the week, which is Saquon, we don't really have room to add a guy like Pollard.
Now, let me ask you.
He's pretty pricey.
If Tutu was around the same price, would you go Tutu or would you stick with Whittington?
Instead of Whittington? No, I would take Whittington because Whittington is the more physical receiver. And Stafford tends to like guys like that because, he can throw it in the vicinity and then he can expect the receiver to come down with the ball. Whereas like Tutu is a little like gadgety.
But I say it because Whittington has like a bit of a shoulder issue. He's questionable all week. He is playing.
Right.
But he has a hurt shoulder though too.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like to play people that are questionable in DFS?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on who it is.
A risk reward kind of thing.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what Tutu is, just to see. Because Stafford does like Tutu Atwell too.
He does, yeah.
The only one that's probably not safe is he likes DeMarcus Robinson, but right now he's a little bit more faith, and Tutu is the take off the top dude.
Yeah.
And the gadget guy.
Oh my God. I love that play that they ran a couple of weeks ago. They called it 2-2 train.
Yeah.
The lateral and then the double pass.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Of course, Cup comes back the first week and he's $8,000. Yeah, 2-2 is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. That's crazy that Cup has come off the injury and he's $8,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they do it based on the talent.
Yeah. So when you're picking your defense, you try to correlate that with your RBs, thinking if your RB is going off, the defense should be holding off the other team well.
This is a you question, Ron.
Oh, I just go. I don't correlate anything. I just like if I see a defense I like, I'm going to play it. I trust that defense. I'm not going to play a defense that is going against one of the running backs that I'm picked. That's how I would do it.
The way I try to do it sometimes is based on the matchup. So, like for example, Thursday night, Denver was a good defensive pick because they played a rookie quarterback. So if you get a chance to go against a rookie quarterback or a bad offensive line or something like that, that's the way I tend to go. Like in my fantasy leagues, I'm streaming defenses in a couple of my leagues, and I picked up the Bengals defense for this week.
Yeah. I picked up a Rams defense for a couple games, and then Broncos, and then I think I kept most of the other ones are already good. So
right.
I think that's a pretty solid team. Do we have any money? I think we tapped out, didn't we?
Yeah, we tapped out. Yeah,
that's
spent every dollar.
First time we done, huh?
Yeah, right. I think the second time. I think the first week that we did it, we maxed out too.
Right on.
But yeah, I like it. We have top end talent everywhere. We have good matchups in other places. I like it.
I like it too. All right. I like this lineup. I think Jamar Chase is going to eat. I think Shakur.
I think so too.
I think Tracy and Shakur are going to be the ones that are going to be sneaky freaking good. We're going to be like, holy crap, you did good on that.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Saquon.
Yeah. Yeah. But hopefully he's not too overly hyped that it causes issues.
I don't think so. It could, though. That's true.
So what about the Monday night games? Who plays Sunday night? Wait, who plays Sunday night?
Jets and
Jets
Steelers.
Yeah.
Who
do you like if you're doing you do single game parlays, right? That's what you do a lot. How you been doing this week?
I mean, I don't have any. I mean, I put it in a parlay for Thursday, but Thursday's game was like one of those weird ones where it's like none of the quarterbacks threw a touchdown. Bo Nix had 70 yards rushing. He threw for 164. So it was like it was just a weird game.
Yeah. I think Najee Harris is gonna have a good game.
I think so. Yeah, I think so too.
It'll be interesting to see the connection between Aaron Rodgers and Adams.
Right.
And it's going to be interesting to see the effect Adams has on Garrett Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Mel. Nick wasn't horrible.
Yeah, no, he wasn't horrible by any means at all. Like he wasn't horrible, but it was just strange. Like it was a weird game. Like the defense scored a touchdown before Bo Nix threw a touchdown. Like
if you own a dynasty team, hear me out here. If you own a dynasty team, and Troy Franklin is out there, I try to snatch him up.
Absolutely.
He's going to eventually be probably next year wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Just they already have a built-in connection because of Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see them adjusting and getting used to running the patterns, running the routes a little bit more. And they're using them different ways now too. Because the first game, you saw most of the deep routes to them. Mm-hmm. And then last game or the game before, there's more deep and intermediate. Now this game, they're low. I mean, from the first 10 to the 10 to 20 yards and further down, they're getting for Troy Franklin. Mm-hmm. I think Cortland Sutton might end up being, if not at trade deadline, he's to be traded.
Yep, I think he's going to be moved too. They
have good young receivers with Franklin and the kid from Utah, Valet,
yeah. Cortland Sutton was mentioned in some trade talks when the whole Ayuk debacle was happening. So essentially Ayuk was going to end up going to Pittsburgh, and then the 49ers were going to end up getting Cortland Sutton from Denver, and then there was going to be like someone else that went like as part of a 3-team trade.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It's not the NBA. NBA is like they have like 5 teams involved in the
trade. But imagine Cortland Sutton on the Niners though. That'd be insane. Nice. Yeah.
It'd be nice. Well, as long as they're not playing the Rams, it'd be nice. Okay. Well, I think we did good here, man.
Yeah.
I think we did good. I'm excited about this team. I said about last week's team, but shoot, right. I think we missed out a couple good players.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was our fault. It's just the way the game went.
It just works out that way.
Yeah. Well, all right, dude. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody joining us. Please like and subscribe, and have a blessed evening. Be good humans.
Everybody have a good evening. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us.